Welcome children. First of all, a big congratulations to all of you, those who have very smoothly and with good numbers you have been promoted to class 12. And as you already know that I am your political science teacher, I have taken political science for you. And because of this pandemic, I know that the regular classes which you would come meet with us, that has been stopped. But you know that whatever is being done is done for our good for the humanity, and you have to bear with that. It's an initiative by our school to impart education, to provide you with uninterrupted educational services, and I hope you all will cooperate with us. So I can start with the chapter, and before that I'll tell you that for political science this year for class 12 you are having two books. One is these are the two books which is a part of your syllabus for class 12. Much of Indian politics you have heard about. So what I want to start today is that of contemporary world politics, something new to you. And for teaching, I am teaching you from this book, Contemporary World Politics, and in teaching this, the first chapter which I am teaching will be the Cold War era. If you would have been in front of me, I would have asked you questions, children. But I know that I cannot hear you, but you can hear me. Just you answer within yourself only. Just tell me how many world wars have taken so far. I suppose most of you will be saying 2 world wars. Yes, absolutely correct. For those who have said that there are 2 world wars have taken place. The First World War, which started from the 1914 to 1919. This was the period of the First World War. I want you to remember, because these are related to your topic of Cold War. It's not that Cold War is something different. You'll feel cold. It's not in an AC room. It's always a war. Very important. It has a link to the world wars. So when this First World War had taken place, this was the first time ever in the history of the world that the world has seen such a devastating state of affairs. It was a miserable condition. People have suffered, and the miseries of world war, those who have seen, those who have faced, they will never forget those. So when the First World War came to an end, it was actually decided by the whole world that there must be one organization, and this organization should be given up the job, the responsibility of what? To prevent the outbreak of another world war. And what was that organization named as? The League of Nations. So just after the First World War, it was in the year when 1919, when the First World War had come to an end, and when there was so much of destruction, devastation, damages, misery, bloodshed, killings, yellings, crying, people everywhere, it was decided worldwide that there must be one organization, one body who must take up this responsibility, onerous responsibility of what? This noble responsibility for preventing the outbreak of another world war. But my question is here, do you think that the League of Nations was actually successful in its mission or the role which has been given to it? Unfortunately, no. It did not succeed. Why? Because we all know that the Second World War had taken place. It was 39 to 1945. Another world war. Just imagine the condition of the people, those who were that time, living that time. Within a gap of few years, two horrible wars, world wars. Why world wars? Because the entire world was linked to it either directly or indirectly. So when the Second World War had taken place, again an initiative came up. This time again, another body has to be formed, and this time this body needs to be something active, strong, powerful, in order to prevent the outbreak of any other world war. And thus we all know that the UNO, that is the United Nations Organizations, was born in the year 1945, 24th of October. 24th of October 1945. And for your kind information, 24th of October every year it is celebrated as United Nations Day. Every year. So it was during this time that the world said no more wars. We want complete rest from another world war. So after 1945, we see that the World War II had come to an end and the United Nations Organization was formed. You have to keep this information, my dear. If you are noting it down, it will be very good. But here you see a change in the history of the world. You see how drastically the history of the world changes after the Second World War. That is the period between 1945. You see 1945. Immediately the year after the Second World War had come to an end and the UNO was formed. 1991. This time it is known to be the era of Cold War. The other two, First World War, Second World War, remember they are known as hot war. Hot war. Why hot war? Because they have taken place in reality. There were use of weapons, there were killings, there were plundering, all things had taken place. So they were known as hot war. Now what do you mean by a Cold War? Immediately after the Second World War, between 1945 to 1991, the whole world was divided into two poles, USA, USSR. Poles means blocks. You see the spelling of blocks. It should be this. It was divided into two blocks. One was United States of America. Another was known as the Union of Socialist Soviet Republics. So the world now initially came to be divided into two power poles, or two superpowers have made their entry. One was USA and one was USSR. So when these two poles have got developed, there was a feeling of mutual rivalry. Suspicion, conflict between both these power blocks. These two power blocks were not having healthy relations. Remember, the whole world has got divided into two blocks. One USA, one USSR, and both were very, very suspicious of each other's intention. And so what did the power blocks do? Now these two power blocks, what did they do? In order to make themselves more powerful, what did they do? They started signing treaties or alliances. Treaties or alliances, same meaning, with different countries of the world. That means if a country is signing a treaty with America, that means it is supporting this bloc. If a country is signing up with USSR, that means it is supporting this bloc. You can understand from this only that when this kind of a situation arises, healthy relationship can never exist. So the treaties by which America had made friends with other countries were NATO, means North Atlantic Treaty Organization, means all those countries towards the northern part of Atlantic, with those countries. SEATO means Southeast Asian Treaty Organization. CENTO means with all the central countries. ANZUS means Australia, New Zealand. These were the treaties by which USA was actually including more and more members within its bloc, whereas USSR had signed only one treaty, which was known as the Warsaw Pact. Now the question comes, why Cold War? It was because within this period, the world was divided into two power poles, or it was known as a bipolar world. Bi means two. And both the poles, what they were doing? They were trying to increase their popularity and support by entering into treaties and alliances with other countries of the world. And some people, some scholars, they are of the opinion that they regard this Cold War to be a third world war. Why? Because it was during this time, it was a situation of intense tension. What was the tension for? That any moment another world war can take place. Why? Because the two poles were getting ready, and not only were they signing treaties, they were also preparing with all the weapons. And to tell you, in the other two wars, atomic weapons were used. Atomic weapons. But it was in this era of Cold War between 1945 to 1991, it was much more disastrous. Why? Because it was for the first time nuclear weapons were being introduced. And we all know that nuclear weapons are much more destructive than atomic bombs, because atomic bombs are used, it is going to destroy those countries against which it is used. But nuclear bombs, when used, it is going to destroy the entire globe. And that was the case here. And you know, underneath the cover, whole preparation was going on, because USA and USSR both was suspecting that any time a third world war could take place. And it was this period of intense tension, intense fear, and another word I will add with it: intense tension, fear, and a warlike preparation was taking place. It was during this period between 1945 to 1991, politicians, scholars, sociologists, everyone, they have described it as a period of intense tension, fear, and a warlike preparation was going on. But in reality, no actual war had taken place. So instead of a hot war, it is known as a Cold War, because outbursts did not take place. Preparations were going on. People were having that kind of a fear. Oh my God, any moment, any moment, any moment. But in reality, it did not take place. So this is the only difference between hot war and the Cold War. And according to many, this Cold War was much more disastrous than the other two hot wars. I suppose here you have understood the meaning of what is a Cold War. Thank you very much.